Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa if you're new here. In today's video, I'll be showing you 4 of my new additions to my Catholic book library. Some of them are interesting and some of them are actually going to be the premise of a new video that's going to be going out. So if you're interested in adding some books to your shelf and what books not to add to your shelf, then just keep on watching. Alright, the first book that we're going to be talking about is the Guadalupe Mysteries, Deciphering the Code. I actually received this book on Christmas. However, I misplaced it and I couldn't find it, so I have not read it, but the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe is one of my favorite Catholic stories that there are. I think it's so interesting. There's so much science and history behind it. So I'll be doing a full video on Our Lady of Guadalupe, and this book will come to help me out a lot. It has a lot of pictures, it has a lot of the science, a lot of the history in it. So if you guys are interested in Our Lady of Guadalupe video, let me know in this comment bar below, but I'll probably do it anyways. So this video will help out in those studies. Now the next 3 books are actually new additions to my shelf, ones that I haven't had before because I just picked them up this weekend from my local thrift store. So I usually go to my thrift store to buy used books because I'm cheap, and also I like buying used books because I always like reading the comments people make in the books to figure out what the person before me was thinking when they were reading the book. However, unfortunately, the books that I purchased, I'm not entirely too happy about. I should have looked more into the book before purchasing, but now I have these books on my shelf and they'll also be maybe in a new video. So the first book I'm going to talk about is one that I'm not necessarily disappointed in, but it's one that's going to take me a lot of time and a lot of effort to read. It's called Mary Through the Centuries. I've opened this book and there's just so much information, which is great because I love to have a lot of information. However, it's not really what I was looking for. It talks about how she grew out the centuries, like how she impacted people's lives. So that's very important. However, when I'm doing like a video on her Immaculate Conception or her virginity, it's not really going to be found in this book. But this book will be very good in helping me probably with Our Lady of Guadalupe video and talking about Fatima and Our Lady of Lourdes and how Mary has impacted the world after her assumption into heaven. So this is one of the books I picked up. So my next book is one that I'm not necessarily entirely disappointed with. However, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I'm happy I picked it up anyways. It's called Who's Who in the Bible, an illustrated biographical dictionary. So this book will list all the names in the Bible and tell me who they are, some history about them if there is outside history, and where their verses can be found in the Bible. The one thing that I am not entirely too happy about is I thought I was buying a Catholic one because it talked about James and it says James wasn't the brother of the Lord, but it does say he's the brother of the Lord. So this is slightly good. It has some mixed answers. It tells you that Mary was a virgin, and then it tells you Mary wasn't a virgin. It tells you the 2 different sides that people think and some biblical text behind it. This book is very biblically based, so majority of it is scripture and some historical documents outside. But I think this book would be a really nice reference book because sometimes I'm reading the Bible and I'm confused. However, I have noticed some mistakes in the book where we know that Alphaeus, I believe that's how you say his name, and Clopas are the same man. However, this book separates them and makes no notion of saying that they're the same person. However, we believe that they are. So there's some stuff in the book that I don't know how reliable it is, but it's a nice book to have on my shelf. Now this last book I picked up was the one I was most excited about, but turned out to be the most disappointed with. It's called Roman Catholicism by this author, Boatner. I'll put his name in the description bar, Lorraine Boatner. Basically, this book is called Roman Catholicism, and I picked it up because I thought it was going to be a reference book. I thought it wasn't going to argue the Catholic faith for me. I thought it was just going to say, this is what we believe, this is where you can find it in scripture. Unfortunately, I should have opened the book before I bought it because I wanted to do a video on Mary, so right now I'm researching a lot about Mary, hence the reason why I bought that Mary book. So I flipped to the chapter on Mary, which is on page 132, and right away it says the Catholics are in a cult of worshiping Mary. And right away I knew no Catholic would refer to themselves as being a part of a cult when it comes to venerating Mary. And I realized that this book is not a book talking about the Catholic faith, it's talking about ruining the Catholic faith and how horrible the Catholic faith is. So I'm reading it. Some of it's comedic, some of it makes me want to punch myself in the face, some of it makes me want to throw away this book entirely. However, I think it's a nice addition to my shelf because I'm always wondering what Protestants are being told about the Catholic faith. So obviously someone had to go pick up this Roman Catholic book and think they're going to get good information, and yet they're all spewed lies. So one interesting thing that's going to be the premise of one of my videos is that he includes a list in this book about a lot of the Catholic inventions that the Catholics have added. However, I've done some videos on these inventions that he talks about, like the sign of the cross and the veneration of saints, which is a video that I'm planning on filming very soon. And he talks about how they were invented and what years they were added. He includes a list of 45 inventions that the Catholic Church have added throughout the years and the years that they were added. So I figured it'd be kind of an interesting video, really short video, where I tell you, no, it wasn't in the year 300. Here's the biblical reference of where it is in the Bible. So this book was slightly disappointing, but I think it's going to create a very good content video. So if you guys like to see a video on me talking about this book, I will. Maybe I'll do chapter updates of stuff I'm learning, because there's many information in this book that's kind of like, okay, guy, all right, Lorraine. So those were the 4 books that are added to my Catholic bookshelf. Unfortunately, one of them I'm very, very disappointed with, but it's going to be a good video. So if you guys wanted me to pick up more Catholic books or link you where you can buy Catholic books, let me know. I'll put some in the description bar below. Comment if you want to see a new video on what you want to see it on, and let me know your thoughts and if you read one of these books before. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.